Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss few important topic from the chapter 3, motion in a straight line. Now in last class already we have discussed about speed and its classification. Now today we are going to discuss velocity and its classification. Now all of you know what is the difference between speed and velocity. In speed basically we wish to consider total distance or distance by time. And in case of velocity, what we will do, we will replace distance by the displacement. Now what we have written, let me read out. I think most of you know what is velocity. So as per the statement, it is the rate of change of displacement of an object. So rate of change of displacement is nothing but is your velocity, and rate of change of displacement is your what? Change of displacement in unit time. So velocity equal to displacement by time, and it is a vector quantity. Now regarding classification, already we have discussed the classification of the speed. Now in case of speed, what we have got the formula? Distance by time, and in case of velocity it is displacement by time. Now regarding classification, same classification is here as we have got in speed. So velocity can be classified as uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, average velocity, and instantaneous velocity. Now let me define uniform velocity. Now it is same as that of the speed, but only here we are changing distance to displacement. So an object is said to be moving with uniform velocity if it covers equal displacement in equal intervals of time. So equal displacement in equal intervals of time. Now what is displacement? Displacement is the shortest distance, no? Or you can say it is the shortest length from initial to final position. It's nothing but your displacement, and distance is nothing but the total path length. Now the graph for the uniform velocity is your straight line passing through the origin, and one axis we are considering displacement, another axis we are considering time. Now regarding non-uniform velocity, an object is said to be moving with non-uniform velocity if it covers unequal displacements in equal intervals of time. So you can define non-uniform velocity in two ways: by considering unequal displacement in equal intervals of time, or equal displacement in unequal intervals of time. Both are correct. Now regarding average velocity of any object moving with variable velocity. Basically average comes out when we consider non-uniform velocity. So average velocity of any object moving with variable velocity is the ratio of its total displacement to the total time interval in which that displacement occurs. So it is the same formula as we have got in average speed. So average velocity is equal to total displacement by total time taken. Now what is the difference between distance and displacement? Distance is your scalar quantity and displacement is your vector quantity. And if an object moves in a straight line, then distance equal to displacement. But if the object moves in a curved path, then no longer distance equal to displacement. Rather you can say displacement is less than that of distance. Now regarding instantaneous velocity, it is the same as that of the instantaneous speed. So it is the velocity of an object at a particular instant of time. So at a particular instant the velocity can be defined as your instantaneous velocity. Now instantaneous velocity already we have defined in case of instantaneous speed, that is your limit delta t tends to 0, delta x by delta t, and this one we can write as your dx dt. Dx dt is your what? Differentiation of x with respect to time, and x is your displacement. Now that is your limiting delta t tends to 0, because if delta t tends to 0 then we can assume that velocity we are defining at a particular instant. But there is a wide difference between delta t tends to 0 and delta t equals to 0, though already we have discussed in our previous class. Let me repeat here once again. Delta t tends to 0 and delta t equal to 0, there is a huge difference. Delta t is nothing but a difference in time. So if difference in time equal to 0, it means both the times are identical. But if delta t tends to 0, it means both the times does not identical. And if both the times are identical, then delta x also goes to 0, because there is no change in displacement. But as we are considering delta t tends to 0, we can assume that it is almost the velocity at a particular instant, and under that case delta x cannot be 0. So this is nothing but is your dx dt. So instantaneous velocity is nothing but is your dx dt. So in numericals, when you are going to find out the instantaneous velocity, there must be specific time is given to you, because velocity at an instant can be defined as your instantaneous velocity. Or if it is asked to define instantaneous speed, then definitely time is provided to you. What is the velocity or what is the speed at a particular instant? So definitely you can realize that, or you can imagine that instantaneous speed or instantaneous velocity can be expressed by an expression that involves time. When you substitute the value for the time, then you will get instantaneous speed or instantaneous velocity. Now we are trying a basic numerical, complicated numerical. We are going to start slowly. So what is this numerical? Let me read out. A body travels from point A to point B at 40 km per hour and from B to A at 60 km per hour. Calculate average speed and average velocity. Now you see, simple diagram we have constructed. A and B are two different points. So from A to B, the speed is your 40 km per hour as per the question, and from B to A, it is your 60 km per hour. Now here what we'll do, we are going to apply that simple formula, distance equal to speed into time. So what is the time taken to move from A to B can be defined by t1. So that is your distance is your x, and this is your 40. So t1 is your x by 40. Definitely t1 is in terms of hour. And what is your t2? That's the time to move from B to A. So again it is your x by 60. Definitely it is in hour. So you can say that total time is your t equal to t1 plus t2. So t1 plus t2, you take the LCM, it comes out to be your 240. So 6x plus 4x, that is your 10x. So 0 goes off, that is your x by 24. So time is your x by 24 in terms of hour, because we are considering a speed as your kilometer per hour, and x is in terms of kilometer. Now average speed, the formula already we have defined in our previous class. Average speed equal to total distance by total time. So what is the total distance here? A to B and B to A, that is your x plus x, that is your 2x. So 2x by total time is your x by 24. So x goes off, so you do have 48 km per hour. Now average velocity, again the formula is your total displacement by total time. Now displacement, if you see the definition the previous class, it is the starting point to ending point, the length. Now starting point is your A, and ending point during the journey is again A. So you can consider the displacement is your 0, because from where it starts, this comes back to its initial position. So you can consider displacement is 0, because displacement is the shortest path length starting from initial to final. If you see your previous class, it becomes more clear. Now displacement goes to 0 as the object comes back to its starting point. So total displacement is your 0, and total time, as we have calculated, is your x by 24. So if it is x by 24, 0 by x by 24, so ultimately we will get 0. So here this is very basic sum. I think we have got this thing in class 9 probably. So maybe forgot. So this is about the difference between distance and displacement. So more will apply, more we will discuss in the numericals basically in our next class. But before that, you go through these terms, though you know, but you must have to go through once again so that the things becomes clear. Velocity, classification, then your definition for each term: uniform velocity, non-minimum velocity, average velocity, and instantaneous velocity, and the numericals which you have defined or which you have explained just now. So this is all about. Please go through this topic and make your clear your doubt, and if you have anything to ask, please, you are free to ask. Thank you.